Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new video here on FPL Now. Today we're going to be going over my team selection and any transfers that I'm thinking of making for Blank Gameweek 26. So if you're excited for the video, make sure to drop a like down below, leave a comment what are your plans for Blank Gameweek 26, subscribe if you're brand new, and let's get into the video. So, starting things off, just a quick recap of how I'm currently doing in Double Gameweek 25. There was a fixture last night. Crystal Palace played Everton, but of course I didn't have any players from those teams, so it didn't really affect my rank too much. We're now 9,373rd in the world. I think I was like 9,000 and something, so I went down like 300 places. But obviously tonight's game is a big one, and I've also got tomorrow night's as well. I'm currently on 67 points, so a nice green arrow into the top 10k. Martinez was 3 points, Ake with 2, Gabriel with 6, Luton at home, Virgil van Dijk with 2, he's got Luton at home next, Jota with 4, Foden with 2, Palmer with 2, Saka with 15, and then Solanke with 12, Watkins with 13, and then Haaland with 6. My bench being Douglas Luiz with 2, Estepinian with 1, Porro obviously injured, and then Turner out of favour, so they both got 0. So still got basically 4 fixtures left, or at least a maximum of 4 fixtures left, because Jota's definitely out. So hopefully Ake, Van Dijk, Foden and Haaland all play, and that'll give me an extra 4 fixtures for the next couple of nights. So fingers crossed Haaland plays and actually bags, but I would love a Virgil van Dijk clean sheet against Luton at home. And then, yeah, Ake clean sheet would also be fantastic. And then anything from Foden would also be very, very nicely appreciated. But like I say, I went over all this in yesterday's video, so either way, 67 points, 4 players left to play. Nice green arrow. Let's move on to my team selection for Blank Game Week 26. So, in goal, we do have Martinez, who's got Forest at home. Quite nice owning 3 Villa players this week, because Blank Game Week 26 is quite a... It's not the best week because obviously a lot of major players are not playing this week. Your Liverpool players, your Spurs players, Chelsea players, everything like that. They're just not playing this week. So having triple Villa for a really nice fixture is actually, I'm really happy about that. So yeah, Martinez, who's got Forest at home, I'm expecting them to keep a clean sheet. Forest look a lot more attacking at the moment, but you know, Villa are just different at home, and yeah, it's a tough one because obviously I'm a Forest fan, but it'd be nice for them to keep a clean sheet and stuff. I mean, in the ideal world, you know, Forest win 2-1, but Martinez, you know, saves a penalty or something. That would be absolutely perfect. But either way, Forest at home for Martinez. Other option is Turner, who's obviously got Villa away, but he's not even my starting keeper regardless. So at the back, we've got Ake, who's got Bournemouth away, Gabriel, who's got Newcastle at home, and then Estepinian, who's got Everton at home. So this is quite a broken down back line, to be fair, because Estepinian is just all over the place at the moment. This is the only fixture I need him to start and play. I'm not going to play him again, and I'll get rid of him as well. So I just need him to play this week because I have to make a transfer for somebody else like Jota or something. So hopefully he starts. If he doesn't start, he's probably going to come on for like a 1-pointer, but Everton at home is a decent fixture for Estepinian. I don't know why he came on so late against Sheffield United. I don't know if he's out of favour with the manager or something like that. Maybe it was a disciplinary thing. I'm not sure. But he did start the... which fixture he started? I know he was benched for... I think he was benched for... was he benched for... No, he played Luton. He started Luton but came off at half-time. Was benched for Palace. Played the 90 against Spurs, but then played 9 minutes against Sheffield United. So his minutes are all over the place, but he is coming on to the field every single time. So at least he might be a guaranteed 1-pointer. But to be fair, in a game week where there's so many blanks, it's better than nothing. So I'm not expecting many defenders to keep a clean sheet regardless this week anyway, but it would be nice for Estepinian to come on, or maybe start. That would be perfect. Gabriel, Newcastle at home. He's my only like definitive starter. I'm not worried about him at all. Obviously, Arsenal, one of the best defences in the league. He's playing really, really well at the moment. Very, very happy about that. And then Ake with Bournemouth away. I mean, that could go well. It could go wrong. I need him to play. Whether he does or not is up to Pep Roulette. He has played every single fixture with the Gvardiol injury as well. It's looking a lot better, but you know, he's played every single fixture since game week 16. So with the injury to Gvardiol as well, they don't really have any other left-footed players, so he could play left centre back, left back. Either way, it's looking promising, but you know, you never know. But hopefully he does play. In midfield, we've got Douglas Luiz, who's got Forest at home. Foden, who's got Bournemouth away. Palmer, who's not got a fixture. And then Saka, who's got Newcastle at home. So a pretty nice midfield there as well. But obviously owning Triple City, it's just always the chance that, oh wait, they may get rotated. But, you know, I'm not worried about Douglas Luiz, not worried about Saka. They'll definitely be playing. And yeah, obviously Palmer's, you know, not got a fixture, so I'll be making a midfield transfer this week regardless. But yeah, hopefully we do get some points from those midfielders. Obviously Saka in really good form. Luiz has got a really nice fixture and is on penalties. And then Foden, you know, he could come good. You know, since his hat-trick, he's not really done too much, but hopefully he can get something. And then up top, we do have Solanke, who's got City away, City at home, which obviously isn't ideal because I have a City defender, but, you know, there's just not too much I can do about that. Hopefully he gets like a goal or something, and then Ake gets a goal. That would be perfect. Haaland, who's Bournemouth away, currently my captaincy. I don't know who my captain is going to be this week. It might be Ollie Watkins, honestly. It could be Saka with Newcastle at home. It's a week where you could get away with going against Haaland, but you know, we'll wait and see what happens. And then I've also got Watkins, who's got Forest at home, so a really nice fixture for him as well. And then obviously the bench, Turner's not playing. Well, he is. Well, he's in the squad, but yeah, Villa away, he won't be starting. And then Van Dijk, Diogo Jota, and Porro all without a fixture. So all in all, I've got 10 players potentially. I'd probably say 9, because I don't think Estepinion's going to start. So 9 players, really. Again, I'm not going to make a defender transfer this week regardless, because I just don't think there's that many defenders that keep a clean sheet this week. Out of the fixtures that we have, I think the likeliest is probably Villa. And I already have the Villa goalkeeper. And I'm not going to go double Villa because I already have... like, I'm not going to go double Villa defense because I already have 3 Villa players, so I can't regardless. So yeah, fingers crossed Estepinion starts. There's not really too much more I can do with that. I've not really got any wiggle room. This is why I didn't bring in like Luton players and stuff, because it just would have made this situation even worse, which is why my transfer wasn't for like, you know, I mean, the Luton players, I understand why people made those transfers, but like, it's just such a bad double, and they blank in 26. I know they double in 28 and most likely going to play in 29, but I'll just bring them in for that. Like, I don't really want them in a double where they've got like United and then Liverpool. Like, it's just not a great double, but I understand why people did it, because obviously there's so much more of a ceiling and so much more upside for double game week players. But you know, I had Gabriel with 6 points. He's probably going to outscore like Doherty this week. I mean, Doherty's on 1. If he doesn't do anything against Luton, then yeah, Gabriel just completely outscores him. So it's one of those, but either way, that's what the team's currently looking like for blank game week 26. If we move on to the transfers, again, I spoke about this a little bit in yesterday's video. There's a few little different changes that I could make. I mean, Diogo Jota has to go this week. You know, even if he was fit, you know, Salah's back now, and all their like forwards are kind of back. I know that like a lot of injuries at the moment, but by the time they play like game week 27, a lot of their forwards will be back, so there'll just be a lot of rotation anyway. I think Jota's probably going to be out for like 2 months anyway. When you get stretched off, it's never usually looking promising. So yeah, Jota's obviously going to be my transfer out this week. I could get rid of Van Dijk and I could bring in Reguilon, but like I say, I just think it's really unlikely for any defenders to really keep a clean sheet this week. I mean, Brighton might as well, but you know, Estepinion's probably not going to start. So it's going to be Jota out. Now, like I say, the options, and I spoke about this yesterday, Hee-Chan is an absolute perfect player to bring in, really. You know, he's got Sheffield United at home this week, probably on penalties, and Wolves are just really, really good at the moment. Then they've got Newcastle away, which again, on paper looks difficult, but, you know, Newcastle have been terrible at the back this season, especially lately as well. So that's not even a fixture I'd be worried about. And then they've got Fulham and Bournemouth. So all in all, it's like really, really good fixtures shaping up for Wolves. But obviously, there's a chance that they're probably not going to play in blank game week 29. So that's kind of the worry there. Like, there's still a chance, and if you bring Wolves in and then they play in 29, like fair play, that's worked out really well. But I feel like I need to play it more safe. I've kind of, with 3 Villa players already, I'm kind of locking myself into not playing the free hit and then just dead ending my team. So currently, I obviously have. I've got Watkins, Douglas Luiz, Martinez, Porro that are all going to play in 29. And now all my transfers from now kind of have to be in preparation for players that are also going to play in 29. So I'll get my Game Week 26 transfer, my 27 transfer, my 28 transfer, and then going into my Game Week 29 transfer. So that'll give me 8 playing players. With a hit, that's like 9. Which I'm fine fielding 9 players in free hit in blank game week 29, because there's not really that many massive fixtures to really target. Obviously, if like Forest beat United and United play Sheffield United in game week 29, that changes things, because obviously everyone's going to want triple United and stuff like that, because that's such a good fixture to have. But again, I mean, we've beaten them already once at the City Ground, so it very well could happen again. So yeah, United generally could be playing in 29, and if that happens, then obviously the free hit becomes a little bit more viable and stuff like that. But then I would just start kind of bringing in United players in regardless. Then there's also game week 28, where obviously there's doublers and stuff with like Luton and everything like that. But I guess if Forest beat, I think if Forest beat United, then I think Luton will blank in 29. I can't remember what it is all off the top of my head, but I think, yeah, because I think Luton is supposed to be playing Forest in 29, so I think they would blank. So obviously everybody that's brought in Luton players, that would kind of backfire if Forest do win. So I kind of, obviously I want Forest to win anyway because I'm a Forest fan, but I guess for my team it would be quite beneficial. But it would also throw a massive spanner in the works because obviously everyone will be bringing in Luton players for the double, but then they just blank in 29. So it's an ideal situation if they don't blank in 29, obviously. But yeah, Forest are definitely capable of beating United at the City Ground. We already have. Obviously United have found a bit of form, but I don't know. We'll obviously have to wait and see. But Chan would obviously be the perfect transfer this week, but most likely doesn't play in 29, so I'm going to have to start thinking of somebody else that does. And yeah, I mean, the only real option is, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but yeah, Jared Bowen. I mean, he has just had another price drop. West Ham have been in absolute terrible form right now. I mean, his numbers against Forest were not good at all, like 0.07 XG, 0.04 expected assists. Like, it's just, I mean, the game before that as well. I mean, it was Arsenal, they lost 6-0, but 0.06, 0.01, and then 0.24, 0.11. And you could argue that these are like tough teams they're playing, but you know, at Sheffield United, you know, he only had a 0.36 as well. Like, he's not scored since what? I mean, he got a goal. Well, he got an assist in the game there with Arsenal, but you know, he needs to find this form again where he was banging in goals left, right, and centre. But because he definitely plays in 29, it's kind of worth bringing him in. But at the same time, like, he's playing Villa, and I have a Villa goalkeeper, so it'd make more sense to bring in like somebody else that's going to have a decent fixture. Like, there are Brentford players as well in midfield, but like, who do you bring in? They've got a really nice fixture in 29. If Tony was a midfielder, he'd be my transfer this week because they've got a really nice fixture in 29. But apart from that, like, that's why potentially Reguilon could also be the shout this week, and I just get rid of Van Dijk, and then I just get rid of Jota the week after. But it's still the problem, like, which midfielder do I bring in? Because if I get rid of Van Dijk this week and bring in Reguilon, obviously he's starting every game. You know, he's getting good minutes. He's really attacking. He's on set pieces, stuff like that. And he has a really nice fixture in 29, which is Burnley away. But obviously up to then, he's got terrible fixtures. He's got City, Chelsea, and Arsenal in the next 4. And like, I probably would have to play him at some point, especially having Estepinian. So it just doesn't really make that much sense, especially when Van Dijk has Forest away in 27. Like, I'd obviously want to play him for that fixture. So it does make more sense to get rid of Jota. And like I say, there's not a lot of good options to bring in that are playing in 29. So like I said, I wish that Spurs did not blank this week, because then I would just bring in Son or Maddison or someone like that. So annoying that they blank. There's just not really too much wiggle room at all. And I'll probably want to bring in Son anyway. So if I bring in like Bowen this week, the week after I'd probably get rid of Foden and bring in like Son or Maddison or someone like that. But then they've got obviously like, they'll have, if I bring him in, then they'll have obviously Crystal Palace home. So that's a really nice fixture. And hopefully Porro's back for 27 as well. That would be really ideal. But that's the kind of situation we're in at the moment. So, yeah, I mean, for my transfer, is it going to be Bowen? I mean, they've got Brentford at home. I mean, Brentford at home's an alright fixture as well. It's just, you know, West Ham are terrible at the moment. That's the only worrying thing. Like, it's just, I'm kind of like making suboptimal plays so I don't have to play my free hit in 29. But it's one of those, like, wildcard may just be the better option in like 27 or something. And then that sorts me out for 28 with the doublers, sorts me out for blank game week 29, and then I can still free hit in 34. So I don't know, it's a tough one really. But yeah, I'm kind of edging more towards Bowen, but we'll see what happens. You know, there might be an injury, like if Van Dijk might get injured in the Liverpool fixture, and I might just have to change him. Obviously the cup final and stuff like that. So there's a lot of things that can happen. So that you can't really plan. It's good to plan too far ahead, but you know, like Jota, Nunez, all of these players just got injured in one game, and that can happen. But either way, that's going to be everything for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please do consider hitting the like button down below. It's trying to hit 50 likes. It really helps out. Leave a comment. What are your team selection plans for blank game week 26? Subscribe if you're brand new. Ring the notification bell. It's everything from me. Have a great rest of your day. And until next time, peace.